Now you're listening to wrestling news that matters from people you want to hear it from, deep from within the confines of the internet. Covering WWE like no one else and covering TNA because no one else will. You are listening to the best in the world, Ring Rust Radio!
Brad Maddox.
I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning.
Oh, damn it. Yeah. Oh, shit. All right. 5, 4. And we're back with another episode of Ring Rust Radio, the best goddamn wrestling radio show on Spreaker, on the internet, in the whole goddamn universe, folks. I'm your host of the most honored wood looking finer, feel a final, baby. Ooh. A little quick one, Mike.
Yeah,
Mike.
it only took you 2 times to remember the opening of this fucking show if you're doing it for 15 years.
Listen, it's only 13 years or whatever, but I did botch it, and that's fine.
That was embarrassing.
I'll leave it in. I don't even care. Now it stayed in. Now it's stayed in. Mike, what did I shake?
Dong.
No, good guess, though. I should have. I mean, it felt like a dong shaking day. You're right. You know what? I take it back. I'm shaking it now.
All right, do it.
You're like, let me watch. Brandon Gavin, we have yeah, I'm very happy. How's Juan Soto doing? Is he hurt?
No, actually, he's doing great.
That's great. Real Muto, not so much.
He's back.
Maybe all my bad mojo I kind of send your way every time a Yankees player gets a bump or a bruise is coming to roost now. I'm not sure.
Probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah, well, karma's, come get me, karma. Don't really. Brandon Galvin, schedule?
What were you shaking?
I was shaking my tits.
Oh, so just the usual.
Just a little top well, it wasn't even really a shake. I consider it a shimmy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a subtle difference. BJ,
More fun.
it's something
That's a big difference.
No, BJ, see, you pretend like you know the difference. You don't know the difference.
I do know the difference.
There's nothing stiffer than your hips. That's all I'm saying.
Really?
Were your arms, like, out to the side?
No,
when
they
you
were
were
squeezing them together. You know how a woman who's like trying to look sexy like, puts her tits together and like, you know what I'm talking about. I was doing that for you guys.
Gotcha.
All right, tonight we're going to review WWE.
Putting on airs for you guys.
Dirty Sheet Busters, fantasy things, updates, fan emails, so much more.
What happened? Why are you so sad?
I don't like you.
I shook them for you too. I shook them
No.
for you.
You annoy me.
Yeah? How about these titties? They annoy you? I don't know. Blam. I'm putting the microphone between my titties. I'm squeezing it. Give it you.
The thing is, like, I've already seen them, so it's like, I'm good.
Yeah? Nah, fuck. See, that's how I know you're not DTF as much as I am. Because it's like Ron White says. You show me a titty, and I'll look every time. Every time. Don't matter.
But it's
I don't know if he
yours.
meant man titty.
I think he knows what I'm saying.
No.
Mike?
Are you depressed beyond belief like Brandon Galvin? We'll do our best to make you feel better. You can find us anywhere you get your podcasts. Interact with us on Twitter at Ring Rust Radio. If you want to email us to be part of the show, send it to ringrustradio@yahoo.com. Also, buy our merchandise, prowrestlingtees.com/ringrustradio. So many great t-shirt designs, including Cut Your Dick!
Ooh.
One of the greatest ever. George Cruz still fucking asleep at the wheel. No more shirts.
Yeah, seriously. Did his addiction, like, did he conquer it or something? What's happening?
No, it's gotten worse, I feel like.
He just dropped our habit. We're the bad habit.
Yep.
Oh,
yep. Because he doesn't care about us. You know that, George? You don't
No. If I've learned one thing from an email that I received from George Cruz this week, he still loves me and you, Mike. He hates Brandon Galvin.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. It is very interesting. And telling.
Support us at patreon.com/ringrustradio, where you can hear ad-free episodes, sign up for fantasy drafts and brackets, make us watch wrestling-related movies and pay-per-views, and so much more. Also, Check out the Ring Rust Radio on YouTube for updated clips and Triple R Gaming. Donnie, BG, and fans of the show have been playing different games like Among Us, Fall Guys, and Dead by Daylight each week, and posting early access on patreon.com/ringrustradio well before it hits YouTube. If you're interested in joining a session, email ringrustradio@yahoo.com.
Yeah, and we're playing fun games. Killer Clowns from Outer Space has been awesome. Outlast Trials, we had like nobody cares to watch it, BJ. Despite all my SEO efforts, no one cares. But the game is super fucking fun and like weird and gory and shit. I love that game. I think that game's fucking cool as shit. So if you want to see us playing, if you want to see people play a video game, you love us anyway. You love hearing our words. Now you can hear our words over top of a video game with a little picture of me in the corner. I'm hilarious and also a little bit cute.
Huh.
Let's talk wrestling.
I don't think this is the style you think it was.
Little bit cute.
We're gonna put this all in order. From LW to Dark, we about to have a discussion about the one true sport. Who's selling the finish? Does this make sense in the art? Tell me who botched, who rocked, who's cashing in on the marks. These takes are uncut, man, they're pure and they're raw. Blow up like dynamite, have you smacked down on the floor. On a collision course with the number one source. Now let's head back to the ring for the latest report. Ring Rust.
Alright guys, WWE and AEW talk, girl. Okay, before we get to CM Punk having a meltdown over real glass, which I know
Bro,
that's definitely
7 views.
7 views for fucking the Outlast Trials. Yo,
Yeah.
I went through Google Trends. I found the key
Wow. How
many were
associated
you?
words.
Well, that means there were 6 before I just clicked, right?
Yep.
I don't know exactly how that registers. But hey, since you
All right,
clicked,
7
hold
to
on, no,
8.
hold on, bump. Mute
Somebody
that.
comment?
Yo, mute that. Let it run, okay? Because it's more about the. It's really about click through. I learned a lot from that
No,
Google.
I'm actually not right now.
No, don't. You're ruining
Might
the
blow
channel.
No, I might blow up my computer.
No, it's damn it.
That's it. We're done.
This is what sets us back. We can't get away.
I
from this.
dislike the video also.
No, damn it. Honestly, you're like whoever. There's I gotta tell you the truth. I think we have more dedicated fans who like come onto the channel just to dislike stuff than to actually like stuff.
Oh,
Like,
that's
you know
unique.
how big of a hater you have to be to listen to us every week
I know.
and still do
Yeah.
that shit? Man, fucking dedicated fans. I love you, each and every one of you. Listen, before we get to all these, the Clash of the Castle predictions here, that's Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
Saturday. And the Forbidden Door is June 30th.
That's a
Battleground
Sunday.
happened. And, you know, CM Punk is crybabying somewhere. But real quick, R.I.P. to Dennis Gale. BJ, again, another death he forgot about.
Come on, BG.
RIP.
BJ, favorite match to make up for it?
I don't know who that is.
Wow, dude. Way to do your research. But let's get a big R.I.P. to Dennis Gale and his family. Very, very sad.
RIP to the family?
RP, his whole family died? Was there like a plane crash?
No, or just saying rest in peace, like shaking their hand and saying, I hope old
Hope you rest
old
in
D
peace.
man, as I called him, Dennis Gale.
Seems like you don't even know
GG.
what's happening.
You don't think I know what's happening?
No, I
Why
don't.
don't you Google it and then you can educate yourself while I'm running the show here.
I tried. Nothing
Yeah.
came up.
Yeah.
I think that Donnie goes to funerals and tells like the family to rest in peace.
That's I think also.
No, I say rest in peace. I'm like,
It's like when
I say may he rest in peace or may she rest in peace.
it's like if you get a ride to like the airport and they're like, have a nice flight, and you're like, you too.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Dude,
what this is like.
There are so many times in my life where I'm like, I say something like that. I hope the meal was good. Thanks, you too. And you're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
like
restaurant.
enjoy
What are you
your
talking about?
enjoy your lunch. You too.
Yeah, like, damn it. God damn it. You're so embarrassed. And then you're like, you either do one of two things. You turn away, pretend it didn't happen, or then you dig your hole deeper and try to be like, I know, that sounded stupid. I'm really sorry. I hope you have a wonderful... Oh, you're walking away. Okay. All right, great.
There's a comedian, Brian Regan, who does like a bit on that. And he's like, you too. If you ever have like a meal or something one day, hope you enjoy it.
Guys, you want any fun
Very
facts
silly.
about Dennis Gale?
Do I want to know a fun fact, or do I have any fun facts?
Do you know any?
I do know. I know that when he died, Brandon Galvin forgot it.
Yeah,
I
well,
know
I know.
That's a fun fact.
I know that he loved the outdoors and animals, and he especially enjoyed fishing.
I do love fishing. It's a good time to sit on the banks of a creek and listen to the water gently slap on the shore like balls on a pussy.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Guys, speaking of things breaking, Braun Breaker breaks Ricochet's back because he's going
He
to
blew his back out.
He's going to AEW. And that is the shit that I'm talking about here. Braun Breaker, number one, I think the booking of Braun Breaker since he's made his debut on the main roster, good. I like it. I like him running in and spearing people. I like him with these brutal attacks. I love anything Steiner. I love. And this motherfucker, his last name may be Breaker, but that motherfucker is a Steiner through and through. And they can say that. If they were real, he should bump his head and come back and just be like, I'm Braun Steiner now.
He should be Steiner.
Just change it. Just do real quick.
People who find it out is like, why do they do that? Like, it's just weird that they wouldn't lean on that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can I jump in here, Mike?
Yes.
I'm not convinced by all these rumors that Ricochet is leaving WWE. I think maybe he's just taking some time off. Isn't he supposed to get married? Maybe that's why Samantha Irvin went with him, his fiance. Because why would you have an episode if this guy is leaving your company? So much revolved around him, and they basically set up 2 fucking matches for this guy, Ilya and Braun. So why would you do that? This guy's leaving your company. It just doesn't make sense.
Well, to be fair, while I think that what you're saying is a possibility, that he could be staying there, I also think that sometimes you write a guy off a territory. I think there is an allegiance, and they used it. It makes Braun Breaker look like a badass. So in that sense, I feel like...
But you built sympathy for Ricochet.
Yeah, but
and
when Rick O'Shea shows up...
Where?
In the Impact Zone...
The Impact Zone?
WWE's not worried about it. They're really not. They just send him off, and now they turn their back and they walk away from it. They don't care where
he goes. AEW, not the Impact Zone.
Yeah, I was not sympathetic. I just thought Braun Breaker was awesome for doing that.
Yeah. Because he's going to AEW, and you're jealous.
No, I'm jealous that he's going to AEW?
Yeah,
and I also don't understand going from the number one company in the world to any other company who is not the number one, and a bunch of them are fucking struggling right now. So to me, this doesn't make sense.
Well, number one, it's probably money. Number two, it's also the creative direction.
You better be getting a lot of fucking money, people. Leaving your wife. You hear Aleister Black, right? He wants to fucking come back. He's wanted to come back for like a year, Aleister Black. So maybe the grass isn't greener on the other side.
Well, again,
Tony Khan will pay exorbitant amounts for guys that he'll barely use. So I could see it being a significant amount of money.
And
why would you do that?
You're complaining about speculation about him leaving, BJ.
Why would Tony Khan do that?
Too.
No, I'm saying why would Ricochet leave if you can be around your wife?
Maybe the money's just that good. Honestly, here's what I think. I do think it was writing him off. I think, I'm not going to say 100% chance he leaves, but usually when there's this much smoke from multiple places, not just like Dave popping his fucking
for real
mouth off, like if there's this much from like multiple places, it's usually going to happen, I feel like. And the way I view it is Ricochet had reached his ceiling in WWE. I think he's an awesome in-ring performer and an amazing athlete, but you got to be more than that to be a top dog and to be a consistent main eventer in WWE. And he never developed the mic skills. He never developed the character. He never developed the personality. And I don't think he's ever going to at this point.
Well, hold on. I never thought he was given the proper chance in WWE
I agree with that.
either.
Okay, but I think we saw quite a lot of promo segments over the course of like 7 years.
No, we didn't. No, we fucking didn't. What are you talking about?
Paul, he was good.
He was good, but he wasn't. I was looking at him like, wow, that's a main event level.
Sure.
You gotta give him some more time.
And you say he was given opportunities. Name 3.
Mm-hmm.
Name 3 promos.
Name 3 opportunities he was given because I can't.
He cut probably 100 promos during his time.
Okay, and a bunch of people cut meaningless promos. It's about being put in a position to where the crowd can be invested in what you're saying. Plenty of people cut promos and they mean absolutely nothing.
He had a feud with Brock. He didn't
have a feud with Brock. Don't even do that. He got a squash match against Brock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he did have a feud leading up to it.
It was not a feud at all.
That's crazy, dude.
It happened for multiple weeks.
Hold on.
It was not a fucking
real
feud.
quick. You tell me.
It's a feud doesn't mean it was a great feud or that. But it's
not a feud. That's a matchup.
And then in the Royal Rumble, he contributed to him getting eliminated. That's a feud.
You tell me all the time.
Going against the guy over the course of multiple weeks, that's a feud.
That was not a feud.
It's a feud.
You tell me.
They set up a match.
Hold on. Hold the fuck on. It's my turn to talk. Okay? Mike, you tell me.
I'm not whispering because it was a feud. I'm not saying it was a great feud, but it's a feud.
You tell me all the time, Mike, how I'm like I start to not like people once they fucking leave AEW to go to WWE. It's exactly
Well, that's not me,
what
because
you're
I'm
doing,
saying the
Ricochet.
same things
It's
I've
exactly
always
what you're
said
doing.
about Ricochet.
No, you said he could be a top star. You believed in him
I never
wholeheartedly.
said that. Absolutely never said that.
Well, you're wrong.
I've always
he was
said
never given
that
the
he's
opportunity. You have no
amazing
idea.
in the ring. He's an amazing athlete, but there's no way you could ever put that guy a world championship on that guy.
You did it in
Why?
Lucha Underground. You put a whole company
because
around
he's
him in
not
Lucha
good
Underground.
enough.
And
From a
Lucha-
character perspective, from a promo perspective.
Was Rey Mysterio excellent on the mic?
He's
was
pretty
fucking
good,
world
yeah,
class.
actually.
No, he never
Pretty
really
good.
was. That's not what he was there for.
Not
every
the best,
every
but he's a lot
naughty
better than Ricochet.
every
He won the
naughty
championship.
animals promo was terrible.
Filthy
Naughty
animal.
animals?
Filthy animals. I said naughty animals.
You said naughty animals.
It's whatever.
You're fucking free.
They're nasty.
This is the thing that happens when somebody like leaves WWE. This happens all the time. No matter who it is. Ricochet is at a higher level than a lot of people that it's done with. But like fucking like Tucky left WWE like, oh my god, this man was fucking misused. He could have been a huge star. It's like, Ricochet had a lot of success. IC champion, US
You compared
champion,
him to
North
Tucker,
American
for
champion.
the record.
I'm sorry?
You just compared him to Tucker, so your point's fucking invalid. I don't give a fuck.
No,
what
I'm
you
not.
say
I'm
now.
making a point. I'm
Ricochet
making a
is one of
point.
the best
Is
wrestlers
that people do this with every wrestler that
He's
leaves
one of the
WWE.
best in-ring
And I
workers
said
going today.
Ricochet is at a much higher level, as you fucking know that I said that. So listen. He's at a much higher level than that. But not everybody in the history of wrestling can be a world champion. But people act like they can be. They can't be. He was, and actually, he was world champion in Lucha Underground.
Yes, and
So-
he carried the
Yeah, right.
company
And
for
he
a
was
fucking
incredible.
And he
good
never
long
said a word. And I think there's something to that.
Okay,
Then you
great.
should've
Guess
done
what?
that.
Then you could do that in WWE with proper storytelling. You do it in AEW anywhere he goes. You
He-
find
and
a
here's
way.
the thing.
You hold on. You said to
The
me,
whole-
not everybody can be a world champion,
Yeah.
and that is horseshit because with proper booking
not horseshit.
and proper storytelling, you can make anyone a world champion because it's fucking predetermined. So
Sure,
don't tell
you
me
could just be
that.
like Brooklyn
Randy
Brawler,
Orton was
you're
champ.
champion.
Guess what?
but
With a
not
good
everybody's going to be
storyline,
world champion.
but with a good
Not everybody's
story,
going to be world champion.
you're right. But
You
with
have a finite amount of world titles that you can give to a finite amount of people.
Cool.
If you're having long
Cool.
title reigns.
How about you give the guy a shot? You give him a real story, a real character, because
Okay,
that's one
but I
thing.
can name
What's his
fucking
character?
30 guys that you could give a shot.
Okay,
And a
but
lot of
we're
them are
talking
ahead
about
on the
one.
list that you could give a shot.
We're talking
Not
about
everybody's gonna be
Ricochet.
world champion.
Mhm.
He reached his peak in WWE, at least the peak that they were willing to take him to.
There,
and
that's
fine.
fair.
And he's gonna go to AEW, and this is part of why he's leaving. I think he's gonna go to AEW because he feels he'll get more opportunities, and he probably will at first, because I think their desire and his desire is to have that Will Ospreay match in AEW, because that was a viral match that they had before he went
It's
to
an
WWE.
incredible match.
And so they'll do that, but my thinking is, then it probably just, the bloom is off the rose after that, and they'll move him down, as they often do with people who come in.
Yeah, because you're a
And
Debbie
then
Downer about
I
AEW
think
and
he
don't stay
settles in,
perceptive
I
about
think he
WWE.
settles into a position that's pretty similar to where he was in WWE. So I think he believes there's going to be a better opportunity. He's probably going to get more money because Tony Khan will pay guys exorbitant amounts to make the jump, and that's fine. So I understand why he would do it.
Actually, it's better than fine. That's great for the business, for the record.
Okay.
It is. From a performer's standpoint, from the wrestlers we've always talked about who are underserved and under fucking paid and mistreated by fucking Vince McMahon and WWE
We have
because
no
they were the
idea
only
what
show
they did.
No, they said that because they were the only show in town. Now, when you have competition, now you have said like, hey, even if Chad Gable re-signed with WWE, he probably was like, hey, I could go to AEW if I wanted to. You better pay me a little bit more. So that's great for the performers. You know what I mean? It is.
I never
It's just-
said it wasn't.
But I'm just saying to you that it's a great thing. You're everything with AEW with you has this little air of fucking negativity that you don't have with
Well,
WWE.
you hear
when
whatever
speak
you
about
want to hear.
it. No, I'm
So-
listening, and you fucking come at it from this perspective. I'm listen. If there's one thing,
It's a
I'm
self-fulfilling
like
prophecy. If that's how you want to hear it, that's how
cool.
you hear it.
And if you don't like AEW, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy that you'll never be able to give them the benefit of the doubt.
I mean, we'll just say the exact opposite with you in WWE. So let's spin our
Okay,
wheels
but
some more.
again, I'm not held to the same standard you are. So
That's on you.
No, it's actually on the fans. So yes, but yes, Ricochet was never given the proper chance in WWE, and I think that is a fair thing to say as well. But yeah, I think that now the stuff with his wife, I can't speak to. She may stay, she may go to. I don't know. I really don't know. But I
don't think she's going to go because I've never seen WWE like quote unquote push an announcer like they have pushed her. Like they go out of their way to mention her and to talk about how great she is. Like, they generally have never really done that with a ring announcer.
I agree that they put a rocket on a ring announcer for sure.
Right.
Now, whether she stays or goes, I think Ricochet's in this situation, and in any situation, you do what's best for you in this moment. You need to find what's best. If you can balance, being away from your wife at times for the idea of being at least put in a position to where you can excel, you can feel fulfilled. Like maybe it's not becoming a world champion. Maybe it's being unleashed in the ring the way you want to be. Whatever it is, he's feeling. It could be something as far as like you just have a job. Okay, the job pays well. I don't hate my job, but it's not fulfilling. I don't feel like I'm doing anything with it. I'm spinning my tires. I'd rather go take a risk, bet on myself, as others have, and then maybe come back in a couple years. You know what I mean? Maybe Cody Rhodes and these guys, they're blazing this new thing where it's like, I'll just jump every couple years back and forth. Doesn't matter. It could be like territories, which is what I've always hoped this would become, is that guys just jump around. They're like fucking Ziggler. I hope Ziggler one day goes to AEW and then goes back to WWE in demand. Like, this is the stuff that should be happening. It's beneficial to the performers. It's beneficial to the companies in terms of keeping content fresh. And it's beneficial to the people watching at home because they get to see the people they like in more desirable positions, dedicated to what they were like. I would love to see Ricochet pulling off the shit he did in Lucha, pulling off the shit he did in New Japan, and give me that guy again. Even if you say that he just goes in, he's a flavor of the month, and he kind of fades to the background. Give me something from him. I want more for Ricochet, and I think Ricochet wants more for himself. And for that, I do think they wrote him off. So,
and I'll say this: if his desire is to be a world champion, which I think most people who get into the business, they have a dream to be world champion one day. I don't think there's any question that he's got a better chance of doing that in AEW than he does in WWE. Sure. AEW, you could say they did it kind of something like that with Swerve, where I think Swerve has more personality and is better on the mic than Ricochet, but he was not viewed in WWE as, a top guy. And he leaves and he goes to AEW and he eventually becomes a world champion. So I don't know that Ricochet will become world champion there, but it was just not going to happen in WWE. I don't think. You have, Roman Reigns will be back at some point. You have Cody Rhodes. You have Drew McIntyre. You have CM Punk. Braun Breaker's on the ascent. Carmelo Hayes on the ascent. You've got just so many big
right
time
now,
main event
but
guys.
Like you said, over the course of 7 years, you couldn't have found a program, a character, a storyline, a feud to put him in a position. That was my problem.
I don't disagree that they could have utilized him better, but I don't think he should have been world champion at any point during his run. Is all I'm saying.
Fair.
I think you had, you just had better all around options during that time.
Yeah, again, I don't know. So anything else about the week in WWE before we get to Clash at the Castle? Anything fun or interesting that you guys want to take note of?
I'm just going to say this about Ricochet.
Mm-hmm.
He is so excellent in the ring that he was the person that Lucha built the entire company around. Mm-hmm. He was the face of it. He was champion. He had the longest running story. He was the guy. And an amazing character without even having to speak. So it can be done. And he has the talent to do it in the ring. He has the mannerisms to get it done. So to me, I think it's a bullshit cop-out to say like, he never could, he can't do this, blah, blah, blah. No, it was done.
Someone El Generico'd him? Is that what you're saying? Someone El Generico'd him, so he can't do it because he was under a mask and didn't talk?
Well, no, I subsequently saw him cut 100 promos, and he's not a main event promo guy.
So give him a manager.
Or don't make him not talk. But the thing about Lucha
but it can be done.
I want to reference about Lucha and him in Lucha.
It's also very different than a WWE programming. So you're not gonna have a guy that never talks.
The person who Prince Puma was a world champion, was a top dog. But even when he wasn't around the world championship, even when he wasn't in the main storyline, he was still an integral part of what they were doing. And I think you could have, even if he wasn't going to be world champion WWE, Mike, he could have been a top guy because of the in-ring athleticism. Build it around that. His character is that he's going to fucking defy the odds and shit like that. Almost like, remember when Pac was the man that gravity forgot in the face, and he was very popular at that time, and he was super over. You could have done something more like that. You could have just done something. But like I said, I think he's going to AEW. I don't know what's going on with Samantha Irwin. I think she's fucking overrated anyway, so she could stay in WWE.
Because you think she's staying in WWE. But if
No,
she
no,
made the jump,
She was,
I'll
she was in AEW. She'd be the greatest thing.
I gotta tell you. I just think fucking people think she's super hot, so they're just fucking like she's the best.
She is.
No,
and
no,
two,
sure.
She's also a great announcer.
Tony Chimmel's far superior.
Stop.
Where's the Fink? Give me the Fink. I'd rather whack to the Fink.
I think obviously the Fink is the greatest ring announcer of all time. But
Actually, Gary Michael Capetta is far superior.
Stop it.
He is. Gary Michael Capetta is the best ring announcer.
Stop it.
Okay. So it was real great, real glass. Lars
Made him
Sullivan.
eat glass.
Lars Sullivan was there. CM Punk was angry. It was all.
CM Punk was not angry.
He was.
Okay.
I bet he was. He's pissed
He
off
wasn't.
that Roxy shot on him.
He wasn't mad because they actually know how to, control people in that company.
Okay,
so.
but if it was real glass,
I'm just gonna say this: Braun Breaker totally ruined getting rentals for all the boys in the back.
No. That came from the junkyard. You gotta remember. That's Monster Truck. You know the Monster Trucks always crush cars?
Yeah.
He got that guy from the same place. Yeah, they didn't get it.
It was
from
repossessed earlier in the day.
They didn't get it from Hertz. They got it from the local junkyard.
I was gonna say this then about the whole Ricochet thing. You guys are saying he's on his way out and he's taking a fucking back bump onto concrete off the side of a fucking trailer. I don't know.
They're trying to hurt him.
Trying to hurt him on the way out.
They're trying to hurt him on the way out. That's Triple H for you, man.
I already told you, BG. He's getting his last little bit of selling in while he can because he'll go to AEW and there won't be a cell to be seen.
Yeah, you're funny.
Me too.
I am funny. You're right. Thanks, brother.
Clash of the Castle. Clash of the Castle. Where's this one taking place from? Scotland or?
Scotland. Glasgow, Scotland.
It's the whole storyline with Drew, bro.
Yeah. Well.
It's the whole storyline with half the people on this card.
I was about to say. I was.
That's true.
If Roddy Piper was alive, he'd be on this card.
Holy shit, dude.
Even though he's from Canada.
Yes, that's a great point. But, don't let facts get in the way of a good story. So let's get our D'Lo Brown heads out. Let's loosen up our necks. Crack them. Oh, fuck yeah. Crack our sternum. Pop, pop, pop. Ooh, that's how I get these titties so close together. I crack my sternum. And let's get into some predictions. We'll start off with you, Mike Chiari. Damian Priest against Drew McIntyre. World Heavyweight Championship on the line. BJ pulled out a wild statistic. If he loses to Drew McIntyre on this day, it would be 69 days as champion. Nice. If you're going to lose it, that's when you lose it with Lana in hand. So, Mike, who you got? How's it shake out?
Is that real?
No, it was
just
a
been
picture.
for a while.
It was just a picture. It was one picture.
I think it's a thing.
I mean,
based off one picture.
It's just based on one picture.
I don't think it is. She's also commenting on his shit and stuff. You don't do that just to do it.
Dude,
come on, man. Man. You know the game.
Come on. It's just
2024. You can't comment.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about, dude. Whatever. Go
You know damn well. Even if it ain't happening, he's trying to make it happen. That's the point.
No. I'm not saying they didn't fuck. That's fine.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, you act like commenting on someone's fucking TikTok makes you fuck. You guys are fucking.
I think Damian Priest commenting on Lana's TikTok means he's trying to bang her.
Let me tell you something. That's certainly why George does it.
When George is messaging these women, why is he doing it? To be a nice guy or another reason?
If I learn one thing about Tarnara Conti, it is that it's all about respect.
Yeah. So everything I know about this kind of stuff, because I'm not a creep personally, but I know some.
You're such a liar, dude.
I've learned
that's the worst cover story ever. That's you're like Jeffrey Dahmer. You're like, I don't know about murder, but if I were to do it, I wrote a book. If I did it.
No, that's O.J. Simpson.
Yeah. Jeffrey Dahmer wrote one too, but it was in fecal matter.
Great. Yeah. Anyways, Priest and McIntyre. My assumption for quite some time was that McIntyre was going to win the title here because it's in Scotland, his home country. It would be a great story, obviously, but that all changed when Gunther won King of the Ring, and I don't see the logic in going to Gunther versus McIntyre at SummerSlam. The only way I could see it is if you're not going to do Punk and McIntyre at SummerSlam and you're going to hold off Punk screwing over McIntyre until SummerSlam. But he got physical as soon as WrestleMania, Punk did. So I have a hard time believing he's not going to be ready to go wrestle a match at SummerSlam. And if you can do Punk and McIntyre at SummerSlam, I think you do it because that's, arguably your second biggest show of the year. So my assumption here is that Punk gets involved, screws over McIntyre, Priest retains, and that leads to Punk versus McIntyre at SummerSlam, and probably we get Priest versus Gunther, with Gunther beating Priest at SummerSlam for the title, and that's probably where the Judgment Day kind of implodes also. They kind of already teased Gunther and Priest with a little segment a couple weeks ago. I think, they don't really do that for no reason. I think that that's probably going to happen, and McIntyre would have to lose here because of it, and I think it's because of Punk.
Yeah, so you laid out the two real possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Drew wins or Priest wins. So thanks so much for that.
No problem.
There
could be no contest.
I tend to agree with the latter.
That's a good point.
I tend to agree with the latter that this is where you have Punk come in, you build Drew, Punk without the title, and you leave them. They leave the story, and then Gunther walks right in to win the title. Damian Priest, either way, short-term champion. But like I said, I think that's fine. Gives him legitimacy, and also it could be the catalyst. His loss can be the catalyst for the implosion Judgment Day, which we've been calling for literally fucking as long as they've existed, which is wild. Eventually it will become. This is like you with Shinsuke winning the fucking Rumble. If you just say it long enough, you will one day be correct. And I feel like that is exactly what we're doing here. But I think that like you said, that sets up two matches, because if you wait, you just have Drew beat Priest here, and then you have you have Drew versus Gunther, which is listen, big meaty men's slap meet. That'd be a banger as a motherfucker.
Last year's SummerSlam.
Yeah, at Summer, and that would be good poetic justice. But in that sense, I feel like Drew would have to lose to Gunther, because I think the idea was you don't want to hang that loss on Gunther yet, right? So if you're gonna do that, I rather have. Because then that's where Punk, in theory, would come back, and you're building to maybe Survivor Series or whatever you're building to there. I just feel from a storyline perspective, from a building the biggest matches possible perspective, doing it with CM Punk interfering at the Clash at the Castle. CM Punk's going to be booed like a fucking heel, like crazy, for screwing him out of the championship in this perspective. So that's something to think about. But I still think that, because Drew's not gonna be like, hey, Scotland, eat my balls, you know what I mean? He's gonna be like, they're gonna love him, and then CM Punk's gonna screw him out of the championship, and it's gonna be but it will be a lot of heat for that match, and the fans will be like, listen to that, everybody's so pissed off about it. So, like I said, I'm going with Priest, Gunther at SummerSlam, CM Punk, Drew, SummerSlam, so you gotta get CM Punk involved here. BJ?
Man, a lot of theories going around here. So first,
do you want to pick the no contest so that we got everything covered?
Yeah.
No, I
Dave
don't.
Meltzer's. This is called the Dave Meltzer rule of schooling.
I don't want to pick a no contest. That's not fun.
Yeah.
Listen, the first Clash of the Castle 2022, it's Drew and Roman. Everyone is like, this is the time. Drew's gonna fucking win the championship, and Roman's finally gonna lose. But then, and it's like, it's in Wales, so Drew has to win. We all said it, right? He didn't fucking win.
It was in a whale? Like
it was in Wales.
Yeah, like
now,
in Pinocchio.
Like they got swallowed. Like we all got to get swallowed at the same time, otherwise the match isn't going to work.
Exactly. But now it's in Scotland. A little bit more different, right? This is a little more impactful being in Scotland. So I agree with you, Donnie. There's no way that CM Punk is going to go in there and screw Drew, because then you wouldn't get the reaction that you really want, because CM Punk would be like the heel, essentially. And if you're CM Punk, why even screw Drew McIntyre out of the championship when you have a built-in rivalry with him? You know Drew wants to face you. You can do it for the championship. So that doesn't make sense either.
Hates him.
So if anything, CM Punk would help Drew, as far as I'm concerned. But the Gunther wrinkle is very interesting, because we've all been projecting this for a while.
It's confirmed he's fighting for the world title, not for Cody's title, right?
They've pretty
He's
much.
on Raw. Yeah,
he had the promo segments with Priest and with McIntyre. There hasn't even been an inkling that'd be going to the other show.
I just don't remember anyone explicitly saying this is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
I don't think they did, but I think it's implied that it's about your brand.
Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure there wasn't a backdoor here thing where he just takes it from Cody somehow. He's like, you thought I was going for the other one.
I guess theoretically.
I feel like if there was, they would have mentioned it at least as a possibility, like he gets to choose. They never even said that.
I feel like that was the whole point of it being Raw and SmackDown separate brackets until the finals. I just feel like they implied it way too much, and so without saying it up front, that it would be a little strange to then go. But listen, Cody and Gunther have a built-in rivalry.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. There's like I could see them back
they can go either
something
way.
like that.
But
I think they've, like you said, everything they said is World Heavyweight Championship. I just don't ever remember in all the content I've watched them saying explicitly it's for this championship.
They didn't, but they implied that Gunther had the promo after winning. It was just all implied that he's going after the World Heavyweight Championship on Raw. And again, when he gets that, like the following month they're in Berlin. So it's like he's going to be defending the championship then afterwards. And you're going to have him go against potentially a rematch against Cody, who he just beat to the champ. That'd be weird, right? So if anything, it would be against Priest because he's the top heel.
There's not enough American shows anymore. I'm starting to get sick and tired of all these fucking Euro shows.
You don't care either way.
I do. Because I'm sick and tired of losing fucking grip on our dominance in the wrestling industry.
Well, don't worry. Don't worry. We're dominating cricket now, so.
Are we? Is that real?
Dude, we beat... where the fuck were you? We beat Pakistan in the World Cup.
I did not see that. Dude, Pakistan's the real
They're like the
deal.
number 6 team in the world.
Holy shit. Now,
and I loved it because these fucking foreigners were talking about how cricket is so much better than baseball.
It's not.
For days for some reason, and then we fucked them up in cricket.
I gotta tell you what. I worked so hard to try to understand cricket for Bleacher Report.
Yeah,
It is one of the dumbest fucking organized sport. Like, I get it. Soccer, at least in theory, is basic ass hockey with no skates on some ground.
Soccer is not tough to understand at all.
No, not at all. It's right. It's boring as fuck, but it's not tough to understand. Cricket, the 3 sticks and shit, you gotta bounce the ball, and then some weird dude fucking outfield. They're all creeps and shit like that. I hope if you play cricket, I'll beat the shit out of you with a cricket bat. You understand me?
Okay. Casey Jones.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick Drew McIntyre here.
Okay. All right. Let's go on to the next one. Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles, I Quit match on this WWE Championship. Who you got, and how does AJ Styles say I quit, Mike?
I quit. Like that.
I quit!
Good answer.
That's a great... real quick, BJ, give me your southern I quit.
I quit!
I quit! All right, good.
That's a good accent, yeah. So you got that down pat.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm white trash deep into my bones.
Yeah,
almost.
we do that.
I don't think that there was ever any doubt about Cody winning here, but like this erased even the most minuscule doubt being an I Quit match. It's like anytime they made fucking John Cena match.
I was gonna say Cody Cena over here ain't quitting.
Yep.
Literally, like I said, like remember when he faced Bray in like a fucking steel cage I Quit match or some shit, and we were talking about like the only way that Cena could lose was like if Bray threatened to like murder some children.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's essentially what would have to happen.
Yeah,
and
they almost did that, by the way.
Yeah, and I don't think it's going to happen, so I think Cody just wins.
Mm-hmm. BJ?
No contest.
How?
Nobody says I quit.
Holy shit!
Or they say it at the same time.
No one
they
says
say
I
it at
quit.
the same time.
They both
double pin.
They both take each other out.
1, 2, 3. I quit.
They both take each other out. They have to leave on ambulances.
No, AJ Styles handcuffs Cody Rhodes, and he starts beating him in the face with a chair. And then he puts a microphone, turns his back to the crowd, puts a microphone to his mouth, and you hear, I quit! From Cody Rhodes. And
I love that
it's
storyline.
video. I honestly, it's been long enough to where we could redo it again. We are now old enough.
Nah.
Did you know that you're as old as Marv was in Home Alone?
How old was Marvin Home Alone?
36.
Oh my god.
He looks a lot older than
Almost
that.
there.
He was 36. Someone said that to me today, and I have officially lost control of my life. I'm going to start.
In the 80s and 90s, like fucking 35-year-olds always looked like they were like 55.
I got to tell you, someone else said that if we were to do Back to the Future today, it would go back to the 80s. Like it went back to the 50s. And
George said that.
I don't know who said it, but it's terrifying because we're officially.
George said that, and BG's like, "Congrats, you learned to do math."
This is why you don't get on emails. Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable for the Intercontinental Championship. Does Montreal translate to Switzerland, or where is this at? Scotland.
I don't know what that means.
What did you say?
Does Montreal, like they're French Canadian?
Oh,
It
Montreal.
does. It
I
doesn't.
had no idea what you said.
So it's a push. You're gonna get Chad Gable winning because didn't you say there's a Canadian show coming up?
Yeah.
Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank.
Okay.
So back to your rant about America.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, yeah, give us back our fucking pay-per-views, please. But yeah, I think Chad Gable wins there. So I think I think Mike, you mentioned this is kind of like Otis stands up for himself, and
Yep.
that's like what's cost him here. But Chad Gable weasels himself back into a rematch, and then does beat him in Montreal Junior Toronto.
Yeah, I do think, because I don't have a title switch coming on the show, so I do think that it's possible that the switch happens here, and maybe like, you have Otis and Tozawa and Maxine turning on Gable, and then that's where the Creed brothers and like Ivy Nile get involved, because they laid a little Easter egg again this week on Raw where you could see Gable talking to Ivy Nile in the background. They've had him talking with the Creed brothers before over the course of the past several weeks, so obviously they're doing something there. So I think it's possible that they get involved here and Gable wins here, but I'm going to stick with what I've been saying because, it's such a great storyline that I would like to see it continue, and I do think it makes it even more impactful if he does beat Sammy in Canada. So I'll say Sammy wins here because Otis finally turns on Gable, but it's just a matter of time before Gable ends up beating him.
If he resigned.
I mean, Fightful told me his contract was up June 7th. It's June 11th.
Yeah, I mean, he could be working on a
Still here.
short-term deal, buddy.
Okay, well, either
Finishing
way.
up a program. BJ?
And yet they're still laying the groundwork for him to team up with the Creed
Just
brothers
in
and Ivy
case he
Nile.
does resign. You can't fool around.
Okay.
Yeah, that's also why I think Ricochet's staying. I agree with Mike about his storyline with Gable, so I think Sammy wins here.
Yeah, I also said it, but I said it nicer.
Okay.
Piper Niven. I was going to say, you mentioned no title changes. Are we just going to give it to Piper to appease
No.
the crowds here?
No, it's Bailey.
No.
Because,
Bailey's gonna just win.
yeah,
Bailey, then she loses to Nia Jax at SummerSlam.
all right. Very, very disappointed.
Did you see Brutus Creed, why he was in the news this week, Don?
No, I did. I'm sorry.
You did not?
No, I didn't.
BG?
No, I didn't.
Oh. Okay. So you know how Taco Bell has like that giant Cheez-It?
Oh, yes,
No.
I do actually, yes.
Talk about
So-
giant cheese.
No, it's
Yeah,
like
they
it's
have like
a
a couple things that has like a giant Cheez-It.
yeah,
like
it's
a-
like the middle layer of the gordita thing is a giant like 4-inch by 4-inch cheese it.
Yeah.
What?
So,
Mm-hmm.
yes. Look this up, BG.
Oh,
But anyway,
act
just
like
look it up.
listen.
I'm gonna
relax,
go
dude.
after this podcast and get one.
Cool. I hope you like diarrhea and being fucking disappointed.
I love it.
Yep. It's a well established that he loves diarrhea, so what are we gonna talk about?
that is true.
That is very funny.
So anyways, Brutus Creed was like, I don't know if this was like on YouTube or where it was, but this clip came out. He's like, look at this Cheez-It. And he's like holding it up next to like a small Cheez-It. He's like, this Cheez-It's bigger than Bailey's and Nia Jax's like asses, basically. I don't think he said asses, but something to that effect. And then Nia Jax, like people were like canceling him. And then Nia Jax like was like crying, laughing, saying like she does have a big ass.
Yeah.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
Never noticed.
Never saw it.
Listen, yeah, like good. Thank you. The people who come out like I ain't mad. Shut the fuck up. Thank you so much. Nia's a real.
It's a compliment, to be honest.
Nia is a real one. She's a ride or die. I would definitely ride till I die.
Bailey wins.
Bailey wins. BJ.
Bailey wins.
Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus Alba Fire and Isla Dawn versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. I want Alba Fire and Isla Dawn to win. And I mean, I know this is Scotland. Where's Isla Dawn from? Is she from Scotland?
Yes.
And Alba Fire, she's from Wales though, right?
Is she?
I believe
I thought she was from Scotland.
Is she
Maybe I'm
from
wrong.
Scotland too? I don't actually know.
Let me look it up.
I feel like they both said they were from Scotland.
Okay, like this would be a great.
She's from Scotland.
If there's no title changes, this would be.
See, I'm picking them to win.
Yeah,
I think it opens the show.
Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark could take the pinfall, and then you're building to Bianca, and then you got Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill chasing.
Yes.
Fuck it, I'm going with it. It gives me everything I need and more,
Absolutely.
and more.
And more.
I think
The way to open the show.
Bianca and Jade absolutely retain. I think this is a long-term title reign where they dominate the tag team division. and it leads to them ultimately turning on each other, get a WrestleMania match out of it. But I think to get to that point, they're going to have them have, like, basically almost a year-long title reign first.
I mean, you can still get there without them taking a pinfall, and then you can.
Last week, you were all gung-ho about them having the year-long title reign.
Oh, hold on. Listen, I still think.
No, I know you weren't, BG. Donnie was.
I know, and listen, look at me. You could still, you don't have to, listen, they could still be dominant. They could be dominant this whole match, and Isla Dawn and Alba Fire fucking steal the fucking win by pinning Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. Then you got Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill chasing Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. Give me an actual storyline. Then the women win it, Belair and Cargill win it back, and then they can still go on. Like, I don't see why you couldn't do both.
I just don't think it happens because I think they want them to literally just dominate everybody for months on end.
Yeah, that's kind of boring.
Yeah,
it's a long way to
Not
WrestleMania, dude. And give me, what do you mean? Not,
they would have other.
They're two of the best. They should be dominating everybody.
Yes, but where is the fucking intrigue of every time they go into a match, they just whoop ass? At least in this sense, they have
Where
some
was the
adversity.
intrigue of fucking Bruno Sammartino being champion for 7 years?
There
Where was the
wasn't.
intrigue of Roman Reigns being world champion for 4 years?
Hey, there wasn't.
Oh, there was intrigue.
There was a lot of it.
There wasn't. And let me tell you something. I mean this from the bottom of my heart.
That's not the same as the women's tag team.
Handing these two women adversity and making them overcome it would build more intrigue than just having them dominate everybody.
Okay, but they're two just physical fucking just beasts, incredible athletes.
Alba Fire
I don't view them as having adversity.
And Alba Fire stealing a fucking win over Zoe Stark and stealing the championship from them, these two dominant stars, is adversity.
That's great, but it's not going to happen. I'm just telling you that.
It's whatever, you're wrong. I mean, honestly, you're probably right, but I wish it would happen. Anything else, BJ? Did you have something else there?
No, I think it opens the show. I think Alba Fire and Isla Dawn win.
You want to add, how many matches should we add to this? I think like 5 to 7.
What do you mean? Add what?
To the card.
To the show?
Stop.
There's not going to be a single.
We're adding done.
Like 5 to
There's
7.
gonna be
We're
0.
good.
It's a Triple H card.
We're good.
It'll be done in 2.5 hours, and it's going to be a great show.
I don't know. I feel like we need like 8 more. Cancel SmackDown.
It doesn't seem like they're going to have LA Knight and Logan Paul. So what else would there even be?
Oh yeah, I forgot that was like a report that they were going to do that.
I just don't see that happening.
I guess they could do it on SmackDown and make it official. But
I think that happens at SummerSlam, and you have both of them in Money in the Bank.
Yeah, that's what my thought always was.
All right, well, let's talk about, real quick, before we get to Forbidden Door, let's do Battleground. Let's talk about Battleground. That was NXT. And Mike, I'll say this to you. I wanted to do a little testing so I can gauge how well our YouTube the one thing is our YouTube video game videos blow. But we're doing our show episodes, they do well. They do better. Well, comparatively better.
Stop talking.
So the truth is, when I put certain things in the keywords, it comes up really well. So I tried NXT. I did Jordan Grace. I did Ethan Page. I did the NXT Battleground. Did all the keywords in there. It was a fucking flop. No one cares.
Yeah, it's NXT.
No one cares.
Why
at
do you
all.
think NXT was going to?
I would have told you that.
Yeah, but I mean, people say the same thing about AEW. AEW does just as well
like
as WWE
AEW wouldn't do big numbers.
That's not true.
AEW
AEW is literally our biggest fucking draw on YouTube.
That's because someone posted to Reddit. So why don't you go do that?
Well, you have to let it happen organically. It has to be an organic link back. Come on.
All right.
You know how Google works now. I know you read that thing I sent you.
Yeah, I read it. I learned nothing.
You really didn't?
No, I didn't learn anything from it.
Well, you suck then. NXT Battleground review. Favorite match for him, overall grade. I'm not going over the whole fucking thing. It was pretty mid.
That was a good show.
Very good show.
It was mid. It was fine. It was nothing special. I'll never watch it again or talk about it again.
Listen, you're not going to watch anything that we've covered the past, fucking 12 years unless someone pays you to fucking watch it again.
Okay, I'll change that then. I'll never talk about it again if it's not brought up to me. I'll never reference. I think the best match.
I'll talk about Roxanne.
Let me go first. My favorite match is Roxanne Perez and Jordan Grace. I thought that was a really good match. I actually liked the ending because I like the ties in with TNA because hell yeah, TNA rides forever.
I thought the match was amazing, and I didn't like the only thing I didn't like was the ending.
I liked the ending. And overall grade, I gave it a 4 out of 10. It was pretty fucking mid-score.
It was a very entertaining show from top to bottom, and didn't have to act like they needed 5 hours to put it on, which was awesome. Doing it in the UFC Apex was kind of cool, although, I mean, they gotten pretty good crowds for their pay-per-views at doing them at bigger venues, I feel like, lately. So I understand it's just them trying to kind of build out their relationship with UFC a little bit more, but I don't know. I wouldn't make it a habit of going there because I feel like they could sell a lot better ticket-wise than they did. I mean, we were Stay and Deliver. I understand that's WrestleMania weekend, but they fucking sold out the Flyers Arena. So, but the show itself, I really enjoyed. I think the women honestly pretty much carried the show. I thought those were the three best matches. My favorite match was Roxanne and Jordynne Grace. Like I said, I wasn't a fan of the ending because it was just like fucking Brock and Roman playing tug of war with the title flashbacks. And I just thought that was kind of a shitty way to end the match. But they were awesome. They had great chemistry, and I hope they end up having a match again at some point. And then I thought Lola Vice and Shayna Baszler in the NXT Underground match was awesome. People shit on that style of match because they think back to like Raw Underground, and they're like, oh, this is going to suck because of that. Or they think of like people shat on like the Shayna and Ronda kind of like shoot fight match last year, which was actually really good. This to me was even better than that. I thought it was awesome.
It's like Barnett. What was it? Is it Josh Barnett?
Bloodsport.
It does the Bloodsport.
Yeah.
I always dig that. I've always loved because wrestling is supposed to be at the very root a combat sport. And I know we all know it's an act and all that jazz, but it's still supposed to be a combat sport. It's supposed to be two people beating the shit out of each other. So
I also give
that,
us multiple different flavors of stuff on the card, and this is different from everything else.
What do we always say, Mike? Cool. Wrestling's a circus, and you have to have you have to have the high wire act. You got to have the fucking lady with the beard. You got to have a fucking elephant.
It's a variety show.
Mm-hmm.
Better have that fucking elephant.
And then
that lady with a beard.
And I think the North American title ladder match was very fun as well. Everybody in the match looked great in this match, and Kalani Jordan. I mean, like I said, I pretty much could have seen anybody except for Michin winning this match, and it would have been fine. So she's obviously Kalani Jordan's an awesome talent, so cool with that. Trick Williams and Ethan Page, I wasn't expecting a lot out of it. It was just kind of a whatever match. George swears that Ethan Page is the second coming of like Jesus, basically.
I like Ethan Page a lot.
I think he's pretty good on the mic. He's got a good look. This match wasn't great.
He's pretty damn good on the mic. His best attribute is his talking.
Sure, and we'll see what happens with him. But I would give my favorite moment, by the way, I think was Lash Legends fall from the ladder. That was a freaking crazy spot. And then overall grade, I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10.
So fucking stupid.
Yeah, 75 was your fucking high water mark at school.
I mean, I gotta tell you, you keep judging it on this fucking arbitrary thing you did at school with your grades and shit like that.
It's not arbitrary.
It is, because it's fluid and it changes school by school. It's graded out of 100, and if you're grading it out of the top 100, you're saying that if there's the 100 pay-per-views, this is in the top 75 percentile.
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid.
How's that stupid?
Because there's no way in shit if you took a random 100 pay-per-views in the history of wrestling and put them together, this would be in the top 75.
There's no way in shit that the top 50 pay-per-views of all time are AEW pay-per-views, but that's what you do.
I literally have so many WCCW.
That's literally what you do.
Listen, I think they're awesome. And I also give good grades to other things, too.
I disagree with your opinion. You disagree with my opinion.
Well, mine's more fact, though.
It's not.
BJ?
That was a good show. I'm glad they kept it under 3 hours. Ethan Page is not great at all. He's pretty generic as far as I'm concerned, so I didn't expect much of the main event. Trick is awesome, though. He's a star. So I thought it was like a fine match. It would have been a good TV match. I really wish that Roxanne and Jordynne Grace main evented the show, and that Jordynne Grace won. I think what we laid out last week would have been far more intriguing, far more unexpected. When Roxanne won, which is great for her, she's amazing, obviously, and it was a great match. It was the best match on the show. It wasn't my favorite match on the show, but it just would have really boosted this pay-per-view if you had something huge like Jordynne Grace winning, something so unexpected. The underground match, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was better than I anticipated. And the ladder match was really good. That was my favorite match. I understand it's not the best match. I do think Roxanne and Jordynne was the best match, but I think my favorite match was the opening ladder match. My favorite moment is Kalani Jordan winning. That was fun. And overall grade, 6 out of 10.
I just got news.
Just a quick shout out, by the way. Obafemi is fucking awesome.
Obafemi is
he's very
amazing.
good.
That triple threat was not nearly as good as what we saw at Stand Deliver.
No, and
So it's a good
but I'm
triple
just looking
threat,
forward to
but
Obafemi versus Wesley one-on-one.
I like Joe
Absolutely.
Coffey a lot. He's a banger, man. I like him a lot.
Gallus just ain't hitting, brother.
Yeah, you just hate white people. I'm sure of
I
that.
hate white people.
You just hate white
I hate
people.
I hate one white person.
It's true. Can I tell you the truth? I hate a lot of white people. I hate all the
Absolutely.
colors of people. I just don't like people in general. I just got some news here that says that Bo Dallas, there's another QR code, and he's debuting Monday during the broadcast.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
they
that
told
was
us
known
that for the
last night.
past like a month.
I mean, it's not to me. I watch things days after, and I skip shit. And I
That
definitely
the
skipped.
QR code was last night, and it said like the countdown was to next week Monday.
Something happened during the LWO entrance,
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah, they do that every week for some random match.
so they've been telling us. They've been telling us, this is the time. They're supposed to be night of fucking King and the Queen of the Ring. That's when it's supposed to be last.
Yep.
So
Are you
every
ex-
week they're
are
like,
you-
this is
listen,
the week.
Hold on. Are you excited about this? Because
About what?
I got
The
some
Bo Dallas
real mixed feelings about all
The
this.
Bo Dallas thing.
Yep.
Just did you hear what I said?
No.
The Bo Dallas thing.
No. But here's the thing. He's gonna be
No,
under
not
a
excited
mask,
at all.
and
I
he's
don't give a fuck.
I was. I mean, he's gonna be something completely different than he's ever been
Yes.
before. So like, I'm not.
And honestly, I was a believer when he was the dickhead character in NXT.
It was awful. It was
I
so
love that.
bad. Stop
No,
it.
but it was
I
tongue
think
in
what
cheek
I'm-
almost.
but
when he
I
was
think-
mean.
God.
They're gonna be using people that we want them to use, and they haven't been using. Like, if the reports to be believed of who's involved, like, I want to see Dexter Lumis. I want to see Nikki Cross and her crazy character. Like, that's a positive, and then we'll see what happens from there. Like, I'm not excited for it, but I'm also not like shitting on it before whatever happens.
Yeah, like I said, I'm very
I'll see
mixed
what happens.
emotions here because I see a lot of Bray Wyatt type stuff with this, and I'm
But he's
very
not here.
No, and
So
shut
he's
the
the
fuck,
crea-
shut the
he's the-
fuck up for
No,
one
he's
second, dude.
he's the creative fucking vision of it all.
Oh, okay, hold on a minute. Anytime anyone says
don't
that,
just-
it blows my fucking mind because a creative vision it's done by many people. And I'm not saying that Bray Wyatt wasn't the driving force of all that, right? He definitely was.
It's his
but there's
stuff.
so many people. Yes, and now he's gone, and now his brother is carrying the fucking torch,
That's-
and it could be fucking awesome.
Listen, my brother's a great artist. I'm not. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Just because your brother is something doesn't mean you are something. You
Sure,
carry
not
that
all
on.
the time, but sometimes your brother's also Owen Hart and you're Bret Hart, and you're both really fucking good at it.
I do think he'll be motivated to make it
Yes.
as good as he possibly
And
can.
so will
because, like,
WWE.
It is essentially a love letter, to Bray. at this
And
point,
it's
so.
not just him. It's the entire WWE creative team and Triple H. It's everyone's love letter. This is their thing to do to almost be like, we're gonna keep this alive for you, dude. Okay, so BJ hates Bray Wyatt, confirmed. AEW
just
Forbidden
heard of it.
Door confirmed card. Swerve Strickland versus Will Ospreay, banger. Moxley versus
Let's not do
Naito.
this.
Tatsuya Naito against John Moxley,
Dude.
banger.
Donnie, main event.
I mean, listen, you know.
The main event would be swerving.
No, I'm just saying
Yeah.
for us.
Yes, but like I said, him and Mox and Naito are gonna have a fucking
Yo, I can't wait for that.
epic match. It's gonna be awesome because
That's awesome.
their styles, their even approach to like wrestling and shit in general, their dickhead mannerisms are gonna work. They're gonna throw their titles at each other. It's gonna be
See,
incredible.
this is worthy of a pay-per-view called Forbidden Door.
Yeah, for sure.
Swerve and Ospreay is not.
Well, here's the thing about Will Ospreay. He is as Mike, I think you mentioned this too. He's become synonymous with New Japan over the years. Still has a good relationship with them.
He's AEW now.
Oh, he is AEW now for sure. But I think that's kind of what gives it that faux pas. Takeshita, Mark Briscoe, Lee Moriarty, or Dante Martin, Dusty Rhodes or Jack Perry. A lot of words. I don't know what's going on. Ladder match. And for the vacant TNT Championship, Mercedes Moné versus Stephanie Vacour. We saw her at the Stardom show. She is fucking awesome. And that is for the Strong Women's Championship and the TBS Championship. So Moné wins again. Tony Storm versus
Mercedes wins up.
yeah, obviously. Mina Shirakawa. I always say it wrong.
Jesus Christ.
But this just is what it is, man. I struggle with Japanese names, always has been. And if you're
Struggle
not,
with any name.
if you're not loving that storyline, you don't have respect. That's what I'm saying to you guys. You don't get it, man. But I will say this, and I'm not toot my own horn, toot. When me and Jimmy saw Stardom, this was teased. They teased this there. Mariah May was there. Me and Shakira was there. And fucking everybody was, and Tony Storm showed up. Obviously, me and Shakira.
You said Shakira, I think.
Shirakawa.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Shirakawa.
Sure, you said it correctly there, but before you did.
Shirakawa. You
said Shakira.
It's become a bit of a joke, okay?
Whatever.
I'm actually fluent in Japanese. I just play a goof for the show. So yeah, that'll be good. Jeff Cobb versus TBD. Who do we think he's going to fight?
What if TBD's Ricochet?
Ooh, they have history.
Matanza versus
Ooh! Yo, if you give me Matanza versus Prince Puma, I swear on my children, I'll get Tony Khan tattooed on my body somewhere. Maybe on my toe, like the little end of my toe, or maybe on my ass cheek or something. But I'll do it. Damn, talk about banger, just comes in and wins it. Oh my God, Ricochet.
Comes in and wins the ugliest title in wrestling.
Yeah, seriously though, he'll change it. He'll bring back the real tiny one.
Here's this square. Hope you like it.
He's like, I do.
Is Danielson hurt?
No, he's.
He lied and said he was.
Well, I mean, he might actually. Who knows? He might actually be hurt. Who knows with him?
I want to see him against Cobb then.
Again, that's a good. If it's not Ricochet, listen, I love Jeff Cobb. We are very huge Jeff Cobb fans. He is not a very huge person, but we are huge fans for him. We grow him to 6'3". So
it's probably gonna be like Jericho.
It could be. Listen, it could be. Honestly, that'd be a fucking banger too. Bryan Danielson. Okay, I'm down for all that. Why do you hate Jericho so much now? Oh, I get it.
The character sucks, man.
Yeah, I don't. I actually think what they're doing with the learning tree is actually pretty good. So,
Donnie,
and you would have loved it in WWE, but that's fine.
No,
I got a good choice, Donnie.
Yeah.
Somalia Joe.
Ooh.
Joe versus Cobb.
That is a fucking
Bangers.
do not announce that ahead of time. Just have Jeff Cobb out there be like, I don't give a fuck who it is, and then you get the fucking like the Godzilla sound, and fucking bam, Samoa
That's
Joe.
what Godzilla sounds like to you?
Isn't that what the beginning of his song was? Always.
Yes, they stole it from WWE.
No, it's actually that was his TNA theme. You dummy.
Stole from WWE.
Yeah. See? Fucking Hulk Hogan over here.
So, Donnie, who were the Young Bucks going to face?
I think it was FTR, but FTR's back's broken, so we're not allowed to do that.
I don't think it would have been FTR, though. How's that Forbidden Door?
I just don't know what I honestly cannot speak to New
It's probably
Japan's
going to
tag
be
team
them and
division.
Okada versus fucking some New Japan dudes.
Yeah, it'll be an 8-man.
Mm.
That's a very fair point. It's exactly what it'll be. It'll be an
Because that's what they usually have in the shows, like 30 of those types of matches.
Well, that's a New Japan staple. That you have your top 3 singles matches, and then you do 8-man matches that kind of push along separate storylines and kind of just continue shit on. But yeah, if you don't have anything convincing and you got to get the guys on the card, an 8-man would work. And like you said, you want to get. Now I don't know what the deal is with Okada. Is there hard feelings because he dipped? I don't know. I don't know. So,
I doubt that. I mean, it kind of feels like that was.
I mean, they're probably not thrilled about
like
it.
an understanding though of like, listen, there's going to be a crossover. They have a working relationship.
Yeah.
So that's probably also why he went there. It's like, all right, if I ever need to go back to Japan, I can go there.
I don't know. I think him and Tanahashi hate each other in real life because I believe wrestling.
Oh, okay.
I also learned from Jimmy that all the best supporters of New Japan, they're like this elite club of people who like support them financially and like go to get first access to the ticket. Like it's like their big inner circle, right? They kept all of their information on a USB drive and someone lost it, or it got stolen. So. That's like a big deal over there that Japan, you think technologically advanced. You think, okay, of course. They had USB drive with everybody's information on just gone. So, if you're one of those guys, you're probably getting your identity stolen right now. Anything else about Forbidden? Oh, Zack Sabre Jr. and Orange Cassidy. So, you guys excited for this? Looks fun.
The show or this match?
The show overall.
No.
2-card.
Yeah, again, banger after banger after banger after banger after. It depends on this match, but banger after banger.
Who do you want to win the TNT Championship?
Probably Jack Perry.
I thought he was. I thought
Because
you said he was going to be in an 8-man.
If you get Jack Perry,
He'll probably do a 6-man though.
yeah, Jack Perry. He's fighting Dustin Rhodes to be in this match. So if you're gonna have it vacant, give him the chance. He needs. Listen, you got to keep momentum going. Dude's fucking. You're building around him. He's a top guy, right? That's what you're saying to me. Make him feel like a top guy. Give him a championship. Make him flaunt it. Make him out front of the group with the title around his arm. It was great for fucking Christian. It looked great with him. So do the same thing here. Yes. Seriously though, Toni Storm, Mariah, Mina, all of it. I love it so much. I mean this. Toni Storm is probably my favorite wrestler right now. My wrestler of the year. She has been amazing. In-ring wise, the matches have been really good. Her promos are fucking fantastic. Her character work, impeccable. It's fantastic. So, just for the record, that's just my. Listen, again, it's an opinion. You don't have to. You don't have.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
So you stop yelling ahead of time.
I already thought. It didn't take me long to think.
I think right now, The Rock is my wrestler of the year.
That's great. I heard.
That's definitely a good choice.
Someone said the shit sucks when he was out there, and I believe that guy. So we have Patreon plugs.
You were that dumbass that said that, by the way.
I don't know. I know there was a handsome guy in that booth, and he was fucking yelling some smart shit.
Reggie was a handsome fellow in our street yelling some smart stuff.
Oh, you mean that fat dude who was hogging the hot dogs?
No, that was you. Again. Sign up at patreon.com/ringroastradio. Hear the ad-free version of our podcast. Get early access for upcoming retros and match commentaries. We got some Mid-Morgan stuff coming up.
What's Mid-Morgan stuff?
George asked us to do some Liv Morgan stuff.
Oh, you called Liv Morgan Mid-Morgan. Got it.
That gets him real mad. That's why he didn't email BG.
I like Liv Morgan. She's not great or anything, but I mean, I don't get the hate either.
You really never really liked her at all, and I think you still really don't.
No, and I'm not.
Although I'll say this, I think the storyline with Dominic is fun. So
yeah, and here's the thing.
I don't think she's good, but I think the storyline is fun. I think it's going to lead to an awesome moment where Rhea comes back and wrecks shop.
Mid is a good term because, again, from a promo standpoint, they're not the worst. They aren't great. From an in-ring standpoint, she's not the worst, but she's not great. But she's
among the worst in the women's division on the mic, I would say. I do think she is among the worst on the mic.
I don't know about that.
We've also done WCW Wrestle War 1992 from George Cruz. We've done a match commentary for Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Juventud Guerrero from ECW 1996 from Tyler Sutton. That was fucking awesome. Got some more match commentaries coming up. Like the Briscoes fucking fighting on their farm. That was awesome.
Yeah, that will be fun to talk about. Also, if you want to do a match commentary, you want to talk to us about it, I would like to get, the one thing that I liked to do with you guys there, with Ray and Hoovy, was I got, like, listening to Mike, because Mike always talks about how much he loves Hoovy.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like getting to watch a good ass Hoovy match with you was like, okay, I can like hear the genuine excitement in your voice. So I'd like to go, I mean this. I don't say this very often. BJ, you know what match I'd like to watch with you? Triple H and Cactus Jack.
Oh, yeah.
Because you always talk about that match.
That's my favorite match.
That match means the world to you. So I would love to listen to you talk as we do it. Be like, cause just hear that, cause it gets you hype. You're like, oh shit, this is what I was a kid, this is where I was, and this is what I was doing when this happened. So
I love that pay-per-view so much.
So if I could encourage more people to jump in, forget the retros if you have to. Give me a couple match commentaries that are fucking different, man.
Another fucking awesome match commentary would be the Hardys versus Dudleys from that pay-per-view.
Okay,
listen,
tables match?
Listen.
Yeah, that was great, man.
Okay,
anyways.
Don't. You're like, I give you an inch, you try to take a mile. Okay?
Yeah,
I give you one fucking compliment.
Hell yeah.
Never again.
Anyways.
You're always giving only an inch, so.
I'm just trying to get, ooh.
She said, give me 9, make it hurt. So I fucked her 9 times.
Anyways.
You always have to fucking ruin the vibe.
Yeah. Really
I'm the vibe killer.
Yeah. You kill a lot of things. The TV show's draft happened today. It was fucking amazing. And you get early access right now. Patreon.com/RingersRadio. Go vote for who has the best.
You
fucking
decide if
TV
it was
network.
awesome.
I decided it was already awesome.
Yeah, that's a. You're setting us up for failure, buddy.
No, never do. You already did it for us.
That's true. Sorry about that.
Strangeness in the latest report. You gotta call Dirt Sheet Buster. Egregious lies anonymously sourced. You gotta call Dirt Sheet Buster. Scoop, 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 scoop. No lies, no retraction. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Per a source that's interesting to know.
Alright, guys, it's that time again. Time for the best segment of the week. The time when Donald Wood goes away like a little bitch.
Yep.
It's Dirt Sheet Busters. You excited, BG?
I am excited. He's a fucking coward.
Yeah.
I really wish he would quit the podcast.
Me too. Little sneak preview for people in a few weeks.
Yeah.
It's going to be a Mike and BG only show, which I'm very excited for.
Smooth tunes.
Oh, baby. If you want to just relax and enjoy your day, put that on. The melodic tones of our voices is going to be beautiful.
I dream for those days.
Oh, absolutely. But hey, we'll enjoy the little moments we have now, like right now. And we're going to start with a PW Insider Wrestling Observer and Fightful report. Ricochet is leaving WWE.
Wow.
Psych!
Oh.
Reverse psych!
Oh.
Yep.
Now I'm really confused. I don't know which way I should be leaning.
Me too. As previously reported, it's rumored that WWE superstar Ricochet has given his notice to WWE that he doesn't intend on signing a new contract when his current deal with WWE expires, and he plans on leaving when it's up. More details have surfaced on Ricochet's WWE status. Dave Meltzer with F4WOnline.com is reporting that it may not be a cut-and-dry situation with the former WWE Speed, U.S., and Intercontinental Champion leaving the company. I love that that's what they lead with.
That's a lot.
The WWE Speed Champion. Meltzer noted that, and I quote, "According to those close to the situation, everything is up in the air." Beautiful. This conflicts with the earlier report from PW Insider that Ricochet gave his notice to the company that he's leaving. Fightful Select also has an update on the matter, with the report noting that the superstar is, and I quote, likely leaving the company. WWE is now said to be preparing as if he is indeed leaving. While Fightful was unable to confirm if Ricochet gave his notice that he intends on leaving, there's reported belief within WWE that there's a high likelihood of the veteran superstar leaving the company. Is expected to eventually sign with AEW. So,
just putting that out there.
I love that we have the report from PW Insider. Meltz is like, everything up in the air, which is fucking, that doesn't mean anything, by the way. But instead of just agreeing that he says that, and then he's pretty much immediately proven wrong because there's the Fightful report, and then Ricochet kind of obviously written off WWE programming on Raw. So
yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, but Dirt Sheets are at war.
Oh yeah,
which
I
like
love
to
when
see.
they're at war. Yeah,
me too, because that means somebody's got to be wrong if they're disagreeing.
I feel like there's still an option that they're all wrong.
Sure. I mean, until he shows up in AEW, but we'll see, I guess. This next one's from Fightful Select. A WWE wrestler is going to be featured on WWE programming. You believe that?
I can believe that. I hope that you're going to tell me who.
I will tell you who.
That's a first, I feel like. It's been a while since I actually divulged that information.
During the latest set of WWE Speed tapings, I really caught up on this. Andrade would defeat Ricochet to become the new WWE Speed Champion. According to Fightful Select, it was reported that Andrade is expected to appear on Friday Night SmackDown despite his WWE Speed title win. So Ricochet was WWE Speed Champion for a while, like a month or whatever.
That was a while for AEW.
Was literally on Raw every single week. So why would Andrade not be on SmackDown when he's WWE Speed Champion?
That's a good point.
I mean, not needed to be reported at all.
The Dirt Sheets are so mad that WWE has that deal, by the way, with X.
They do get really, mad about it, 3-minute match, blah, blah, blah. It's like, first, you don't have to fucking watch it. I don't watch it.
I don't watch it.
So, why does it matter to you? It's a thing that's happening independently from the actual product that you're watching on TV. and WWE's making a lot of money off of it. So
Yeah. They're very mad about it.
yeah, it's weird. But they were fine when AEW would run fucking 37-match AEW Dark card.
That is true. They did love
Isn't
that.
this less offensive than that?
I think they're all offensive to me. There's a lot of bad wrestling out there.
Fact. But it's hard for wrestling to be that bad in 3 minutes.
That is true. That's a great point.
This next is from Wrestling Observer Newsletter. Meltz knew Jordan Grace was maybe going to face Roxanne weeks ago, but he didn't say anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep.
You know what? I don't believe him.
According to Dave Meltzer in the Wrestling Observer Newsletter, there were indications that Jordan Grace and Raquel Rodriguez were potential opponents for Roxanne Perez at Battleground.
Well.
That's out of left field, but here's the quote.
Yeah.
We've been told that Grace and Raquel Rodriguez were possibilities to face Roxanne Perez at Battleground, but even by then, the deal with Grace had apparently been cut. Most in TNA had no idea of the deal TNA management cut with WWE. Most in NXT didn't know, but there were more than is being let on that did know. Horrible grammar. Since we were told off the record a week ahead, Grace was one of the names listed as possible.
Huh.
So he knew a week ahead that it might be Jordan Grace. Didn't say anything, and some might say, "Oh, he just he didn't want to spoil it." But people who fucking know his game would say that if he had that information, he would spoil it in an instant.
Oh, absolutely.
So
We know he would do that.
of course.
There's been no indication that Raquel is ready to return.
No, that's a
before.
weird part of it to me too. Like, usually there'd be like a little inkling. She's been
She's
gone
out for serious.
Right, she has like a really bad skin condition, and she's been out for months at this point, and there's been no mention of her. Like, maybe I guess it's possible behind the scenes she's on the verge of returning, because I mean it's not like WWE would probably say anything about it, but it's just weird to say that now out of nowhere that she was maybe going to be Roxanne's opponent. And if she doesn't return in the near future, then I would say that's probably complete bullshit that she was considered to be the opponent.
I agree, absolutely.
And it's also bullshit that Meltz knew about the Jordan Grace situation beforehand, because, again, he absolutely would have said something about it if he had that information.
Mike, I'm looking at your rundown here. I'm just going to throw this in here because I don't believe that you have anything on Ash by Elegance.
No, I do not have anything on it.
Right. Okay, so this is recently today.
Okay.
And it kind of fits in with this whole thing about the championship scene. According to PW Insider, Ash by Elegance's involvement in the Battleground Premium Live Event, over the weekend was a last-minute addition. Initially, the planned finish was supposed to involve only Tatum Paxley. However, the idea of incorporating another surprise element by adding Ash by Elegance emerged during the discussions, leading to her unexpected appearance.
I don't think it was a last-minute decision.
How could it be a last-minute decision?
You have to have her
She
in
had to fly her
Las
in.
Vegas. Yeah.
All right.
Unless she
We're on the
fucking
same
lives
page.
in Las Vegas, but even
then, can't be last minute.
No. I mean, could the decision have been made like a day out? Maybe.
Maybe.
But that's not last minute.
No. Last minute would
That's
be,
last
hey,
day.
you gotta get the fuck out there, Ash.
Made a last day decision. Actually, second to last day decision. The next one's from Fightful Select. Guess the odds of Julia versus Roxanne happening at Heatwave next month. And for posterity, for people that don't know, Julia suffered a broken wrist or a fractured wrist, and she had to undergo procedure to repair it.
Yep. I did see that she is announced for an upcoming crossover event on July 13th.
Marigold?
Whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So I did see that. I did see she is still promoted for that in a match with Sari. So the odds of Julia versus Roxanne happening at when is Heatwave?
Next month.
Do they have a date?
July, maybe.
Did they announce that and I missed it?
Yeah, it's whenever Money in the Bank's happening. It's the same weekend.
Oh, so it's a week before?
July 7th or something like that, maybe?
So it's a week before the show? I'm going to say... I mean, it's a dirt sheet. I'll say greater than 0.
Greater than 0, okay. Initially slated to debut against Roxanne Perez at NXT Heatwave on July 7th, there it is. Fans eagerly awaited Julia's return to the ring. However, according to Corey Brennan on Fightful Select's Q&A podcast, the likelihood of Julia being ready for the match is slim.
Oh, well, hey, you know what? I'm taking that as a win.
I'll give you more specific numbers, though. Because here's the
okay.
quote. Right now, I am not confident that match is happening. I would say that there is a less than 50% chance.
Oh.
Not even less than 50. There was probably less than a 30% chance
Hey!
that Julia is ready for that match.
That's a quick drop in 20%.
Yeah.
In just a few words.
One sentence.
Yeah.
She's got other dates she has to do. If she does do it, I would be surprised given the degree of injury and how soon would be after surgery.
I'm going to say 0% that she wrestles a match 6 days before she has another match.
I agree with that. I don't think it's happening. And I would question
and why
that it
would
was
you?
ever supposed to happen, to be honest with you.
It doesn't seem likely. They've had this crossover thing has been announced for a while.
Right. So, I don't know about all that. But being injured, again, like a broken wrist and it didn't happen that long ago, I would say it's probably a 0% chance. I would agree with that. Which, you know what? It's less than 50 and it's less than 30.
It is. And hey, less than 30%. We still have a 30% chance this might happen.
There you go. 29. This is from WrestleVotes. WrestleVotes is at it again with their bullshit Braun Breaker reports.
They were the ones that said he was going to be anointed on day one, and he wasn't, right? When
that was
the championship.
world famous WrestleVotes report where he was about to have a match against Ciampa, and most people thought he was going to beat Ciampa for the title. So WrestleVotes is like, this is going to be Braun Breaker being anointed as the face of NXT. And then Braun Breaker loses. He's like, I didn't say he was going to win.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you fucking did say that. Because how else was he being anointed?
Yeah.
But yes, so he's at it again. Or she, I guess. I'm told WWE has considerably altered its creative plans for Braun Breaker. The second-generation superstar has impressed many higher-ups in a short stint on Raw. A source states Breaker is slated to be a major focus heading into the Netflix era. Here's the quote. With his age, speed, look, and pedigree, this rare combination of talents isn't to be overlooked, said the source.
Is he a rare combination? Seems like we have a lot of these.
I think he's a rare athlete because he legitimately, if he runs the ropes faster than literally anybody. But that's not even the point here. The point is that they're saying that plans have been altered, I guess, because they got eyes on Braun Breaker. Even though this guy, from day fucking one of NXT 2.0, was put in the main event title, or no, he was put like the first match. So they're very clearly building this guy to be a huge star. And he's called up, and they're making a huge deal out of him. Like, how is what has happened any different than what was supposed to happen?
Yeah. Triple H didn't know.
Yeah, Triple H didn't know. He doesn't talk to his best friend, Shawn Michaels, all the time.
No, see, now he understands what Vince was going through. Hey,
gotcha.
Can't keep up with NXT. It's too much.
Yep. They don't got phones.
They don't know what's happening.
Yeah. But yeah, I think what's happening is exactly what was supposed to happen, which is him being impressive and getting pushed. But
yeah, nothing has even really happened.
No, he's in the early stages of probably a big push.
He beats people.
Yeah. You ready for the coup de grace?
I'm definitely ready for this.
It's from Fightful. Sean Sapp frames a previously known fact as a new report. George Cruz paid $5 for a report on something that was already known, okay?
I wonder what it could be.
So, here's a Sean Sapp tweet. In asking about the WWE TNA relationship, we're told WWE actually reached out about using the Iconics, aka the Inspiration, for the 2022 Royal Rumble, but it didn't end up happening.
2022?
2022.
Okay.
Our full report is on Fightful Select for subscribers. So you gotta pay for this.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, I need to know, man. This is 2 years ago.
I saw this and my instant thought was, I'm fairly positive, not too long ago, I saw stuff about this, and it was the Iconics, saying this outwardly.
Oh.
Did a little research,
which
is going above and beyond what Sean Sapp did here. And here's what I found. Cassie Lee and Jessica McKay, a.k.a. Peyton Royce, Billy Kay, revealed on their podcast that they had declined the opportunity to participate in the 2022 Women's Royal Rumble.
Wow.
In a recent interview conducted by D.S. Shin of Ring the Bell,
Hey.
Both explained that it was too soon after the releases from WWE to consider such an opportunity.
Mm.
However, Lee expressed openness to appearing in the Royal Rumble because she feels emotionally ready.
Wow.
So, and this was posted about like a month ago, I think. So it's
Oh.
been out there for quite some time, and then he reports it as if it's something.
Sheesh.
Um,
He's got those scoops.
and George paid $5 for that. George Cruz.
He's got that Wi-Fi internet.
Can you believe that?
Mm-hmm. He can log in from anywhere.
Wow. Crazy. How do you think we did, BG? Better than Sean Sapp? Ooh, ah! I miss you.
There I go! Fantasy standings, Mike.
In last place, 13th with negative 30. Skinner.
Admittedly, he's pretty preoccupied with his
Poor
new
Skinner.
successful job.
Yeah, that's why.
It is. Dude, he's running a fucking golf. He's a golf pro, dude. Take some
In
lessons.
12th was 0, Donald Wood. What are you busy with?
Not running a successful business.
YouTube channel. I made $0 off of it.
Busy with your lack of success.
Mm-hmm.
Donnie's
Listen.
lost money on the YouTube page.
Yeah, technically it's all tax deductible, so it is what it is.
Breaking even. In 11th with 5, George Cruz.
There you go, brother.
He already,
my brother in arms.
Yeah, he has already told us he doesn't want to show up tonight, so that's
Yeah,
great.
it's real fucked up.
Can I tell you
Yeah.
what? We're gonna call him anyway.
Okay.
There you go.
He won't answer. In 10th with 10, Angel Meza.
Here's the thing. He doesn't answer you. He does answer me. Angel
he answers
Meza
me.
hates me. Also, Angel, where the fuck is my WrestleMania video?
Take your time. Tie
No,
for
take
8th.
your time. What are we gonna wait till July? Gonna have it for 41.
The
Gonna be
YouTube
ready for-
channel's fucking dead anyways. Tie for 8th with 27.5, Tyler Sutton and Jim Del Chapo.
I gotta tell you, that video of all the WrestleMania 40 stuff that we did would definitely get the most views because most people are in it who would watch anyway. So we'd have a whopping 41
It would
views.
get 20 views.
41 people involved in the video. And everyone who sent videos in is like, yeah, I'll check it out.
In 7th with 35, BG.
There you go.
Hey, I finally scored some points.
Yeah.
BJ, Mike, can you rig that so that doesn't happen again? Thanks, bud. Thanks, pal.
Don't worry, I got you covered, Donnie.
You're like, I don't need help. I'll fuck it up.
In 6th with 40, Reggie Gill.
What a fat piece of...
He's an awesome guy. In 5th with 52.5, James Dick.
You know what? Dickie's a good guy. I like Dickie.
Yes.
He could be one of the most realest motherfuckers I ever met in my life.
I really enjoyed meeting him. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed meeting everybody.
I know.
That's the first time I ever met him.
Yeah. I mean, to a fault. Like, sometimes I wish he wasn't so real.
In 4th with 65, Big Money Mike.
There you go. Whatever.
Taking that move.
Not making any fucking move. You're cheating behind the scenes. Like you always do.
What were you doing? Blowing into a Sega cartridge?
Actually, I was cleaning my phone. My phone was weirdly dirty
Sega.
on like the microphone part on the bottom. So I just literally was like trying to clean it out. I can't do it. And I was like, "Oh, faithful."
Anybody who told you that doesn't fix the game is a
was a
fucking
liar.
idiot.
They're
Yeah.
honestly they're stubborn.
Worked every time for me, so
Dude,
Yep.
it didn't
Must be
listen.
doing
Did
something
not
right.
work
Are you
every
trying
time.
to are they trying to tell us it was a fucking coincidence every time it worked?
Listen, it did not
Listen,
work
too
every
many
time,
people
but it
did
worked
it for it not
sometimes.
to work.
Yes. 100%, dude. Also, it literally, hold on, first stop. I'm not doing this right now, but I'm going to do it for a quick second. The idea is, if there's something between the two pieces of metal,
yeah.
making
You're
the
gonna blow it
electrical connection not work, that is, you blow dust out. What are you talking about? Of course it worked.
You blow it like you owe it money.
Dude, let me
And
tell
it
you
goes
something.
out.
There
Nothing
you go.
worse than you're in the middle of a game and that shit started going wonky. Like, it would be like, fine. They'd be like, wonky. And then like, fuck, we got to reset it. Then it wouldn't reset. Oh, Lord. Kids don't understand. That's what Will was singing about.
In 3rd with 72.5, Alex Pandolfi.
Wow.
Did you not draft that team?
I did draft that team. I was literally, hold on.
72.5 more than your own team.
I swear to God, Mike, the reason I reacted so slowly right there is because I was genuinely taken aback that he's finding this much success.
In 2nd with 75, Stephanie Kordick.
So
I drafted that team.
How far? Yeah, right. How far ahead of Pandas is Steph?
2.5.
Mm.
And in first with 90, Leon CK.
Okay, so we still got a pretty good competition here. He's out there
yeah.
by 15, but 2 championship wins or what? 190.
And we're still going to SummerSlam, by the way. We got a lot of time left.
Yeah, 190. You fudging the numbers, and this could be anybody's ball game.
Oh, hell yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Did I hurt your feelings?
Yeah, we're done. It's emails time.
Okay, all right. Are you
Say
gonna
your spiel.
You gonna fudge the numbers again?
I just agree with you at this point because it's not even worth it.
Yeah. Okay. BJ, you have to be suspicious of him, right?
I don't care anymore.
There we go.
Done. That's how we handle shit here. Because guess what? Him not caring, contagious. Because now I don't care. Mike Chiari.
It's just futile. My team blows.
Yeah, always does. RingRouseRadio@yahoo.com. Short, sweet, pertinent what we're talking about, but not exactly what we're talking about. Mike.
First one's from Alex Rusev Contreras. Subject, better entrance? Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Who had the better entrance, Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico at Backlash 2023 or AJ Styles in Lyon, France at Backlash 2024? You guys know me. I have an affinity for Latino performers, and Bad Bunny had the whole place going wild.
Hold on, real quick. He has an affinity for Latino performers. I have an affinity for Latina performers.
Little device, brother. Little device.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's what we're talking about?
But bump all that I just said. AJ had the French shaking the building so loud the camera shook.
Yeah, right. They did it on purpose.
Thank you for reading
Mark.
my email. Ring Rust!
Ring
Ring
Rust.
Rust.
You fuck. Alex the Mark-ass Contreras. A dude just stood there and shook the camera a little bit. Shut up. The French are I'm going first. The French are cowards and should not be rewarded anything. We should never give them another fucking pay-per-view. We should fucking, they owe us that their fucking country's still standing. They're not speaking fucking German
we
right
also
now.
owed them that.
No, fuck off.
That
I
we
don't want to
weren't
hear that
speaking
shit.
dumb English.
No, fuck that. I don't want to hear that shit. That's old news.
It's
We
a
don't
fact,
talk.
though.
Yeah, we
We've
don't
gone
talk. Listen, dude. How about anything above 1900? I ain't know nobody in the 1800s. Certainly not the 1700s. So I know why we're talking about it. Okay.
Whatever.
French hold on, I'm not done. I said
Okay.
I'm not done. Fucking French
Okay,
are
go ahead.
cowards.
Okay.
And they don't deserve anything fucking nice. AJ Styles has no affiliation with France. He's the farthest thing from a human could be from France. If France was a person, the antithesis of that person would be AJ Styles' southern ass. Okay? So, fucking Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico, that place is on fire. My fucking hips are moving right now. I can't even fucking help it. That man is a fucking national treasure.
I think AJ obviously got a great reaction, but pretty much everybody was getting a great reaction on that show.
Mm-hmm.
Bad Bunny's entrance was just something special though, because it's his home country. It's his own song
Puerto
that's
Rico's
playing.
not a country, dude.
It's
an American territory.
Okay, well, they represent themselves in the fucking Olympics, so there you go.
It's an American territory.
I know what it is, but it's essentially...
They are red, white, and blue, just like me and you, Mike. Stop trying to alienate them. They should be our 51st state. I stand by that.
Well, that never happens, but whatever. In his own
One more
country,
star.
playing
One
his own
more
song.
star. One more star.
It's just too much to go away from 50 at this point.
Yeah, I know it is.
51's weird. But it was just a fucking awesome entrance, probably one of the best ever. And I also think that like the fact that the match was so good like helps it too, like in your memory. Like, man, that whole thing was fucking awesome. And AJ Styles' theme music now fucking blows, so I'm taking points off for that also.
That's could have just started and ended with that one. BJ?
This is easily Bad Bunny. I didn't even think this would be a fucking comparison. AJ's entrance was cool, but I didn't fucking know what they were saying at first, so I had to look it up.
Yeah,
so,
because they're goofy.
Bad Bunny was amazing. It was far more memorable, and I think we're always going to talk about that one. Also should have been the main event.
All right, next one. Bad email. I hope you never email again, Alex. I hope I never have to read another one of your emails ever again.
I hope he emails us again very soon.
Yeah,
next email comes from Reggie Gilberg. That's fucked up.
That's fitting. That's fitting. He's the Gilbert of our fucking friend circle.
Damn. Somebody says TK is a dumbass. Hey, yo.
Hey,
I really don't get what Tony is doing with Swerve. Since he won a title, both him and the belt don't feel important. How would you guys rebook Swerve's reign? Oh, yeah. Fuck you, Donnie. Thank you, Roman. One's up to the sky and Ring Rust.
Ring Rust.
What a fucking
All right.
mark. This dude,
Rebook.
I never met a
Love you, Reggie.
taller and wider mark than this suck guy. Impossible to miss this mark.
Reebok Swerve, I would give him a fucking promo.
The night after he won the title?
Yeah, after he won the championship.
Illogical.
Pretty crazy, I know. I at least wouldn't put him in a meaningless match. I think the match against Christian was a great first feud anyway, so I don't think Tony fucked up that booking. I think it was a very smart
that first night,
first
though.
feud. But I don't think they did him a great service of where they positioned him on the card at Double or Nothing. I still think he should just open the show. And then from there, I think putting him right now in a match against Ospreay is not the best. I've been saying this. I think I would have held off until All In and continue to book him as a dominant heel, face champion. And so you could have had him go up against other top heels that they have. But to go up against Will Ospreay right now, when Will Ospreay is having banger after banger and everyone's calling him the best in the fucking world, I think you're doing a disservice to Swerve. So I wouldn't have done that just yet.
Absolutely should have cut a promo in the opening segment of the first Dynamite after he won the title. And you could have just had Christian interrupt him and reference their past and build the feud from there rather than making it secondary to the dumb Young Bucks shit. He also shouldn't be having random matches against random dudes all the time because it makes him feel, and it makes the title feel not as special. Mm-hmm. And I think he's been overshadowed by all the elite garbage, which people aren't into, which hasn't had any meaningful progression since the Tony Khan and Kenny Omega attacks. Swerve should be the main focus of your product, and he has not been.
Well, first off, you just show your true colors every time you open your stupid mouth when you say
by being right.
You call it just
I said all this.
You don't
I
like
said all
it.
this weeks ago, and I've been proven right.
No, you were waiting for it to not be not like the most impactful.
You're right.
You can't attack Kenny.
I fucking knew it was gonna happen. So
no, and like you said, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, like you say.
You deep down knew I was gonna be right too.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
You knew.
If all you want to do
is find the
negativity.
You've never heard that until earlier in the show.
I've never heard you. Are you saying I've never heard the term self-fulfilling prophecy?
Yes.
You're a dumbass, Don.
Yeah, I know. Forget it. I am the dumbass. You're right. Also, real quick, I don't really give a fuck about Reggie's opinion. It's worthless to me anyway. But I just want to say on the record one more time, I punked his fat ass out.
Didn't. I was there.
And listen, anytime the video's out there, it'll be on a video on Angel Shares in 2 years.
I don't think that was caught on video.
It was caught on video. Anytime
you flinched,
his punk ass. I was stepping in. I fucking made him flinch.
No, you flinched.
Anytime
nothing happened.
his fat
he was
ass.
Just standing there, and Donnie was like walking around like a fucking idiot.
Anytime his fat ass.
Hugged him.
Anytime his fat. Well, no, he hugged me. Anytime his fat ass wants to go, I'm here. I'm ready to go.
He would destroy you.
We'll see.
I wish you would. Just to set you up. Hey,
we'll see in Nashville.
He's too nice of a guy, Reggie.
Nashville. What's Nashville?
That's for the next WrestleMania we're going to.
When's that happening?
When is that?
20. What did they say? 2027, we think. When the stadium's all done.
I don't think anybody thought that.
I do. Yeah, but they said the stadium when the stadium's done, they're gonna fucking definitely.
That'll be awesome.
Nobody said it. I mean, it's just a thing you guess because it's a big NFL stadium.
Yeah, hi, that's me. I'm a informed speculating. Okay. Next email. Thank you, Reggie.
This is from Alex Ander Rusev Contreras. Subject.
What the fuck? Hold the fucking phone. I just told you. Good.
Subject, the pivot. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
I keep meaning to send emails, but I keep forgetting. You ain't forgetting, brother. You're sending them. You're forgetting that you sent them, I think.
Yeah, seriously. It is, that might be alcoholism.
Hey,
I'm not
have
sure.
some good times over there.
Yeah.
So my bad. But last week, Mike was asked to retract his statement on the pivot. My first thought was, fuck that. I don't care about the overwhelming evidence. Mike, I need you to just stand your ground. I support you, brother. Mike, you're the only true source of truth I can depend on.
Wow.
I can't have you taking shit back. So thank you for not changing your opinion. Thanks for reading my email. Alex Ander Rusev Contreras. P.S. Ring Rose! Don't tread on me. I will not back down.
Good. That's what America was built on. And Mike, listen, most of the time, the things you say, they're not only stupid, but they're ignorant too. But I would, if you were like, you're just like, nah, I don't really think if you were down, like you weren't, I could tell right away if you weren't believing in what you were saying. And for that, I always appreciate you do. You think you're right 100% of the time. And I mean, I'm sure your wife hates that shit. But for me, on this show, I love that shit.
Hey, brother, if I didn't think I was right, I wouldn't have that opinion.
Let me hear it, dude. Holy shit. Yo, hold on a minute,
That's
guys.
the thing I always laugh about. It's like people say, like, "Oh, you think you're always right?" It's like, yeah. Why would I have an opinion?
Real quick. Say it again.
Yeah,
Say it
why
again.
would people
Hold on.
think they're wrong?
Say it again. Say the thing again.
If somebody asks you, if somebody says, like, you think you're always right, why would you think that you have a wrong opinion?
Now, what was the little saying you had? Why would I have my opinion?
He
if I
forgot
was
it.
right? He did it.
I
Damn it.
don't know. Was that good?
Oh no, it's because I was going to hit wifey with it. I'm about to hit. I'm going to walk
It was
downstairs
good.
and fucking lay that shit. I'm
No, I
about
just have
to
to
fucking.
rewind.
I'm going to rewind that shit.
If I thought it was wrong, why would it be my
Yeah,
opinion?
yo, honestly, I'm writing that shit on my hand. Hold on, I thought I was wrong. But like, yo, hold up, baby. I got something to say to you.
She's gonna counter this in like 1 second, and you're gonna be so
No,
upset.
but in reality, though, like,
Yeah,
Listen,
right, no.
you're fucking
Listen,
right.
in theory, you're 100% correct. That's why also I believe something.
Yeah.
Someone's like, do you really think that's red? Nah, I'm just kidding. I was just trying to impress you.
The thing is, though, Donnie absolutely lies about too many dumb shits.
Why? No, listen. And this is not a lie.
whatever your real opinion is in your mind, you think it's right.
Listen, I've never
It's
lied.
not a lie.
I'm not lying. I've never lied.
You never lie?
I've never lied.
You lie every day to us.
All right, we got to get the fuck out. I like how we had like an outro part here, and you're just like, GTFO, we're fucking
Yeah.
done.
Let's go.
God bless America. We'll see you back here next week.